Detroit, live from Detroit.
It's your man Jay Johnson, aka the tinfoil hat titan, aka the conspiracy realist, aka the technology snob, Steve Jobs Jr. Don't text me with your green bubbles, aka I only debate my equals, everybody else I teach. Also known as Juice, because all the hoes say J.U. Ice, Young Caesar, because you know you can't run without me, Mister. If you don't like me, fight me. I got kicked out of Noah's Ark because they couldn't find another animal just like me, aka the West Side T'Challa, the new leader of Wakanda. Don't debate me, debate your mama. I am the best there is, the best there was, and the best there ever will be. What up?
What up, though? It's your man Dame, 3_313, the West Side Landlord, the Pride of PA, High Chief Dame Don't Fuck Around, the liquor store legend, the corner store conquistador, your mama's favorite Dame, and the David Ruffin of the Shop Talk Podcast, because you know who the fuck they came to see. Not you, Otis. It's no better than these 4 letters. Thank God for Dame. And if you speaking on Dame, you better say it nice. And if you don't put the boss in front, then bitch, you not saying it right. It's the Honorable Judge Boss Dame and this bitch all rise. I am a motherfucking black belt. And yo, we recording on a Friday night, so you know it's time for the motherfucking Kumite. Let's go.
Yo, welcome back. Shop Talk Podcast, episode 432.
On you hoes. Yeah.
We back for another week. You know, it's only a few things that you can count on. Can't count on niggas, can't count on weather. But you can count on Shop Talk Podcast.
You can count on Jay and Dame.
You feel me? Like when we first started, maybe we didn't get our audio back and we had to drop like on a Saturday or a Monday or a Sunday or something.
That seems so long ago.
It was 7-8 years ago.
Yeah, it seems so long ago.
But like
because the white man,
you getting a new episode every week of Shop Talk. And
until Jesus come back, or until we mutually decide that we're not doing this shit no more.
You know what I'm saying? And like things are looking up. So things are looking up. So
I can't
things are looking up. So
yeah,
you know what I'm saying? So
can't talk about
shout out to that, man. How was your week, dog?
Man, week was good. I'm trying to think. I feel like I got some good news. I always feel like something good happened this week, but then I can't remember shit. I did have a little fucked up incident this week.
What?
So, you know, last week was my reign of terror with my pit bull. You know what I'm saying? I let that nigga, me and him.
I thought you already got your trash can back.
I did get my trash can back, but here's where karma bit me in the ass yesterday. So, you know, I work from the crib. Somebody is liking this shit. So somebody is listening live.
It's my thumb.
Oh, okay.
So we not live. We recording it. I could have hit the live button, but you know what I'm saying? I'm just next week we recording the podcast live from the YouTube page. If y'all want to hear that shit on Friday night.
Are we gonna do the sleepover episode?
We're not sleeping over. Nothing.
I'm gonna bring us to go back. I'm gonna bring a spend the night bag.
Don't.
We're gonna do the pod in our pajamas.
I don't wear pajamas. This is my pajamas. I wear a white t-shirt and shorts to bed.
I wear silk.
Congratulations. Didn't that woman tell you to get all that fucking silk out of that place?
I wear silk. And I'm gonna
wear out for you, did you?
And I'm gonna wear silk to your house.
No, you will not. You will be standing outside.
Come on, man.
No, my nigga.
All right, well, whatever. Let me get back to my story.
Yeah.
Silk robe episode next week. Bitches in bathrobes. That's what we're gonna call the episode. Or booties in bathrobes.
Now
can we get some ladies?
What's so interesting is not to my house. What's so interesting though is I mean the setup this week. Hopefully it sounds great to y'all, but this a light setup with the same amount of quality. We can take this shit anywhere, nigga.
Let's do it at the Oasis.
You know, I'm not going to the Oasis, my nigga. I ain't been to the Oasis in 25 years. I was like 2001, 2002. Then they were just on the news, like for hidden cameras.
Yeah.
That shit wild. Who knows what's in that motherfucker again? Because like when I was like 18, 19, I thought I was grown. Like, oh, we doing
I know what I was in that motherfucker doing. Eating butt.
Jesus Christ. Jesus Christ. I was not I was not eating butt on camera.
If they had a camera in mind, that's what they caught.
Bukkake. No, that's disgusting. Dog.
Hey man, that weed turned me to a hoe. I can't even I don't know what to tell you.
Not weed's a drug.
It's not a drug, but it get me on my whatever it is, it get me on my level. And Hey, my nigga, shit happens.
Nigga said I was in that bitch eating butt.
Shit happens.
That shit sounds hilarious. That shit sounds funny, dog.
So when I was talking about karma bite me in the ass, I was working for the crib from the crib yesterday, like a normal day, and like what. So sometimes I work in my bedroom because like I just be a nigga. I be wanting to watch what I taped on a DVR.
Yeah.
You know, the new episodes of the Dirty Deed done dropped on Peacock, so I want to
It's
keep
on
up.
Peacock?
Yeah,
The Dirty D.
it's on Peacock.
It's crazy.
Season 3 is on Peacock.
Shout out to that.
Yeah. So I be wanting to drop, I be wanting to watch and keep up with my stories. So I'm in my bedroom.
Yo, that's amazing, dog.
You know, we come a mighty long way.
Mighty long way.
So I'm in the bedroom watching, watching my stories and lightweight working. And I can hear the dog outside. And it sounds a little unusual because it sounds like it's a plastic bag that he biting on. So I just lightly look out the window. I don't see no plastic bag. So I just go back to my normal. I got the AC blowing. Maybe something got caught up in the AC real quick.
Yeah.
And it's just homeowner shit. A couple minutes later, I hear that plastic bag again. I look back outside. I'm like, is a squirrel in the roof or something? So I got a problem with squirrels up over there. They just deep.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So like maybe it's a squirrel on the roof.
That I be squirrels on my roof in the morning, and when I first moved over here, that shit scared the fuck out of me.
Because it sound like they in the house.
Yeah, it sound like they upstairs. And
yeah,
shit.
It sound like they in the house.
They got me that this morning. I'm like, what the fuck is going on?
The squirrels.
Yeah.
So I look back outside, no plastic bag. Now, tomorrow is trash day, so I already took my can out. I had some trash in the basement that I wanted to get out. My sink had kind of like overflowed from the AC running. So I got some shit that it got wet. So I was like, yeah, I just need to, throw this shit out. Some old blankets and shit we wasn't using no way. So I dragged that shit upstairs and I'm taking it out. And I see people running. So that's unusual. I'm just standing on the porch, but I see people like running into their house or running in different directions.
Yeah.
I'm like, that's weird. So I'm taking the trash out and I hear some footsteps behind me. Like they sound like, like how dogs walk on concrete. So I'm like, fuck. That's why they're running, because somebody dog loose. I turn around, it's my fucking dog. That chewing that I heard was that nigga biting through the chain.
No, that's crazy.
Yeah, and he just, I don't know
like
how.
a plastic, not plastic, like
It's like the hard plastic shit.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah, but he had chewed through it. And he was the one running and people was hiding from. And so I got a neighbor on my block, an older gentleman. We don't particularly, we not each other's type of people. That just to...
I imagine, Dane, it may be difficult to be everybody's type of people.
Yeah, because some people just don't have good taste. So we not each other's type of people.
Yeah.
And when I came outside, he was like, man, you lucky. He talked real slow. He an old nigga. You lucky you came out here, young blood. I was going to shoot your pup.
I mean, you got to do what you got to do. Because I'm shooting your dog. Not you per se.
I mean, but I get it. Like,
yeah, like I'm told to be fighting niggas. I'm definitely not about to fight no dog.
This man is retired in his late 60s, probably early 70s. And I get it, for pit bull rushing at you. You got to make an executive decision. But gladly, I got out there and nobody got my dog. But everybody was like, so I put him in the house.
So now niggas will put you in jail for that shit, dog.
Only if they attack.
Yeah, nigga.
He didn't attack nobody.
I know what I'm saying is like, that's an extra layer of anxiety that I wasn't necessarily expecting. But like, when you be seeing that shit on Crime to D, like them niggas be prosecuting and like they be putting people in prison.
Yeah.
And it's like, it's a mistake. Like I didn't.
But it's your mistake.
Yeah, like I didn't know this was gonna happen. Like,
but it's like leaving a gun in the crib with a child. You put it up, you didn't expect that nigga to shoot that bitch.
I guess.
So for right now, we just focusing on house time. But I was glad I got my dog before I hurt anybody. But like 4 or 5 people stopped me on the block, like, hey, your dog got out. I'm like, yeah, I got him. My neighbor across the street I don't know. So he is of some type of African descent.
Okay.
He got a lot of. That's the nigga with the 4 cars.
Okay.
Got a lot of niggas living in the house with him. And one time, the dog ran up on him. Like it was a different time. He had just got loose from me, and he ran down on him. This nigga extended his hand and said something in his native tongue that stopped my dog dead in his tracks. So I thought this nigga
Not
had
today,
like,
my friend. No, no. What are you over here for?
so I thought he had like some type of special sauce.
Yeah.
But he was like, I saw the dog on the porch. I didn't come by. He said I was gonna knock on the door, but he's like, when I started to approach the porch, he's like the dog started posturing, and I'm thinking to myself,
Because
why
like
didn't you speak to the Mabuto?
you don't really, to a certain extent, like you don't know what mood your dog in for like strangers. You know what mood your dog in for you all the time,
Yeah,
but you don't know what kind of mood your dog in for like even if you bring people into your home, the dog is like, all right, this niggas must be cool. But like outside, you don't never always know, which is why like strangers can't. Can I pet them? No, like I just don't know.
yeah. And then the crazy shit. So my neighbor, the African gentleman, he has a dog too.
Yeah, what
Now
kind?
it looks like a German Shepherd, but it's not. It's
Mm,
bigger.
okay.
But his dog always jumped the gate. It's a female. So like
Umar don't know he can jump the gate. He can like that right there.
I know he
That's
can
how
jump.
he don't know. Like if I'll put anything right there, it don't even got to be connected. And he not going past it. You feel me? But outside, he can get off. He can tell he can get off from outside, but like in his brain, like he don't
It's
know.
just a mental block.
When he
But
was a puppy, he did it one time, and I guess he forgot. He like just climbed over that motherfucker, and he was like a puppy, but like he just forgot, and now
he just
it
don't
don't
do it.
matter if that's a barrier right there in his brain. Oh, this shit closed. I can't go through.
So my neighbor's dog has gotten out on me, and she seems to have a different disposition.
Yeah.
But it's still like what you say, like she get out and she appear friendly and she wagging her tail.
Like, what if you do like the dog is so like with dogs, aggression comes from different areas. You can have an aggressive dog who just shows aggression, or your aggression can come out of fear, right? So like I'm afraid of the person coming towards me, so I'm attacking not because I'm a big badass. I'm scared
Yeah.
and fear aggression.
And it just be like with his dog, it'd be the same thing. Like she seemed friendly, but like I'll never know what mood she in, so I don't fuck around.
Yeah,
But yeah, that was karma coming to bite me back because I let the dog kind of
yeah, nigga,
run
stop playing,
roughshod
my
the other
nigga.
week, and somebody could have killed my baby.
Yeah, or that baby, your baby could have killed somebody.
That's what I think about because the nigga 2 houses over from me got like small girls,
Yeah,
like
and
like
kids
the
don't,
oldest like maybe 4 or 5.
and kids don't. They're in a blissful existence with big dogs and shit. They
Just with
big dog.
life.
Like, nah, you. That's how you'll get mauled, and that's like, oh my god, like,
Yeah, I don't even want. I just thank God that it didn't come to that because
yeah,
that'd have been fucked up. I might not be here with you right now.
yeah.
Or could we pod from? No, I probably couldn't pod from jail.
I mean, you can make the phone call.
Yeah,
Suge Knight is potting from jail right now.
but I ain't got that type of like juice to keep. I'm gonna hold the phone down for an hour and a half. You niggas do something else. Like I ain't established myself like that in the jail culture.
I don't know that like every single day it ain't banging like that. I'm pretty sure you can work it out. Niggas be on the phone all the time. Though. Get a cell phone, nigga. Niggas, everybody got cell phones. Like, is it still illegal to have a phone?
Yeah, because so I got a young dog. He in prison and he got caught with some phones and he got some extra charges. They gave him like a
Cause
couple
like
extra years.
them niggas be videoing and posting that shit on Facebook. It's like,
Yeah, my young dog in the feds, he got caught with
feds
like
may be a little bit different.
maybe he got caught with cell phones like in the last 2 months, and they added like another 18 months to his sentence.
I mean, I guess it is dangerous to have cell phones in there because you can't record the calls. He'd be like, yo, get this nigga family, dog. But if you need to make a phone call, there's a phone.
Yeah, but like you said, that one is.
You know what I'm saying? Like, there's a cell phone somewhere near you.
Oh yeah. But he was explaining it to me like it's something ridiculous, like $20 a minute would he be charging niggas to use the phone, and
I mean, all that's money that they're getting for their friends and family anyway.
Yeah, but that's just I
It's
don't understand.
crazy.
I don't understand jail rules. I never want to understand. I never want to go there. So
Same.
I'm glad that I'm in the free world. But other than that, man, ain't shit happen.
20 minutes. Nah, I'm gonna write a letter, my nigga. I don't know nobody the address. I'm just not gonna talk to niggas.
So he be like niggas be running up like hard gambling debts like on parlays and shit in prison.
Yeah, that's how you. So, from what I was told, like that's how niggas get in trouble in prison: borrowing money, borrowing shit from people, and gambling. You always, I mean, it's a recipe for disaster. You gotta mind your fucking. You can't be a loner, so you can't mind your business to like the full extent. But like, don't get in that gambling shit, dog.
It's easy.
You know what I'm saying? Because you bored. A nigga may lose everything. He walked to your set. Like I was watching something happened on Crime in the D, and the nigga was in prison for on like a 90-day, not in prison, but in jail on some 90-day shit for like some a DUI or some shit, and got beat to death in his cell by a nigga. You know what I'm saying? Like, and the guy apparently was well loved. The dude that beat him to death, but he had some mental shit going on, and he
Yeah.
should have never been in the same cell. And his family was like, something wrong with him. You know what I'm saying? You look at his charges, whatever. I'm looking at the comments, like, man, I went to school with him, so it's fucked up to see that the nigga that went crazy. But like they showed his picture, he looked like a normal nigga and shit. Like you never know what's
Yeah,
going
you
on with
never.
somebody, and you never know like who you in the fucking cell with, even in some jail shit, like on some county shit. Like nigga, I ain't even in prison.
Yeah.
Like in prison, everybody is kind of, to my knowledge, segregated by like your charges, what kind of threat you are. In county, nigga, everybody in this bitch.
Yeah, it's a family reunion.
My nigga, I'm here for some DUI shit, nigga. You got 7 bodies. You a serial killer or some shit. Like,
I got child support. And
yeah,
nigga, you shot up the picnic.
that shit crazy. It ain't for me, dog. It
Yeah.
ain't for me. Anywho, man, last Thursday we recorded. I had just got down to Florida.
Yo,
you know
man, how was the family reunion?
Man, it was amazing, dog. I really had a time of my life, man. This was
Okay.
like, granted, I was a part of the family union planning committee, but this was like the best one. And a lot of people was like, y'all did the thing. You know what I'm saying? So shout out to my everybody's fucking cousins.
I saw G. No
No IGG.
no social media G.
Yeah, for sure. Man, it was great, man. So that Thursday, that we did the pod. What's so crazy? I recorded the pod early and still posted that bitch late.
He was having a good time.
What's so interesting is like on that Saturday, I ran up the G room and shit, and we drinking and shit. And he was like, "Nigga, you brought the pod." I was like, "What's today?"
That's how heavy you been drinking, nigga. What the day is?
He was like Saturday. I was like, "Oh shit, let me go." And it was like 1:00. And what was so crazy is like we was about to go to like the picnic. So if I didn't post it there, like nigga, it was a wrap. So I posted that bitch. It posted around 1:30 and shit.
That's funny. What the day
recorded
is?
like 2 days earlier, so that
Yeah.
wouldn't happen. But so we was registering, and everybody getting in there, and playing cards and shit like that on Thursday night. Friday, some of the fam could make it in on time because of that fucking global IT outage.
Nigga, you flew in right on time with that shit.
Man, so even the hotel ran through issues. You know what I'm saying? All their systems and shit was down, but the niggas bust out the paper. You know what I'm saying? They printed out everybody rooms and everything. So like, shout out to the Hilton because they did their thing and we didn't notice like a gap.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So their credit card machines work. If you want to charge something to your room, they wrote that shit down. Like, we'll add that shit later, type thing. So shout out to them. That was on point. But like people were stranded trying to get there.
Was you stranded on the way back?
For sure. Yeah, we'll get to that.
Okay.
So Friday, we had a family tour. We had 2 tour buses, and we ran through the city in different, important places to the family. This was such and such grew up. This is the house.
Like y'all got somebody on a mic, like pointing that shit out.
There was somebody in both vehicles or whatever. One was like a real big bus, and the other one was like say like a smart bus or something.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? You know that.
Yeah.
And because like some of the elderly folks, they couldn't make it all the way up on there, so we try to ADA compatible. You know what I'm saying? Compliant. It was really dope. My family, the Macmillans, my grandmother's parents, and we've traced our family back to their parents right out of captivity. You know what I'm saying? So we've traced our
Okay.
family back to as further as it can go back. But they initially met and used to stay in South Carolina, but moved to Florida and set up shop. You know what I'm saying?
And
So
so they started family and all
yeah,
of that.
yeah,
Okay.
yeah,
That's
yeah.
dope, man.
And they had 9 children. You know, my grandmother is one of 9, and now there's 2 left. My grandmother, who's 90, and her little brother, who's 89.
Okay.
He'll be like 90, like in September or some shit like that. I don't know. He'll be 90 this November. He'll be 90 this year. Which when you start doing the math, I'm like, how is that even possible? You feel me?
They didn't believe in giving grandma 6 weeks back then.
Also, he his driver's license and he are 2 different, and the social security number are 2 different ages, because like his birthday is like 3 to 5 days off. But what was written in the actual Bible when you was born has the regular date. They didn't know what they were gonna name him, so the midwife or the doula or whatever they called him back in the day came back later and filled out the paperwork and everything. And she came back. He said he was born on a Thursday, and she came back like that Monday or some shit, and wrote everything down, filed the paperwork, and
And put
that's
it
the
as that
day
Monday.
is in the systems. You know what I'm saying?
That's crazy.
Because everything was written down. Like there
Yeah.
wasn't no computer system. At some point, things were moved to a computer system. So
Right,
like
right.
when you ask him like when his birthday is, and I'm thinking like maybe it's a year off, because if my grandma just turned 90 in March, how you gonna turn 90 in like November? That math don't math.
It don't.
You know what I'm saying? That math don't math.
Yeah, I get you.
I'm gonna put them. We're gonna have a family talk about that because that math don't math at all.
But like you said, it's that written history. Like,
Yeah,
but that's also the beauty of the written history is
yeah.
human error.
But that Bible is the real one.
I have that Bible at my house
Yeah,
from my mother's side of the family.
yeah. Everything's on the moms.
Yeah. So when my grandparents passed, I don't know how I came into possession of it. I really don't. But I got it.
Yeah,
And I noticed like my grandmother kept everybody's obituary in that Bible. So like as I got older and I would, get obituaries out at funerals, I put everything like in that Bible. And it's crazy because it is like
proof of life.
and I don't want to call it like a photo album, but it definitely gives point of reference to different people, different
Yeah.
events.
My grandmother's mother, who was an Eastern Star, which is how my Netta got
Right.
into it. Netta, the head Eastern Star in the state of Michigan.
She up there.
Like they don't get no higher. And then she go to other cities and states. You know what I'm saying? She always on official business. She was down in Florida before, or in Orlando before, on some official business. You feel me? And my grandfather, well, my great grandfather was a 33rd degree master mason. And that's,
Masons are ultra secretive. I have no clue what they do.
man, shout out to them. I got a lot of family and loved ones. I've been asked to join 16 times.
I've had people ask me to join, but then I ask them like, "Well, what y'all do?" And then it just like you just got to come.
Yeah,
You just but
shout out
like
to
for
y'all, man. Because on both sides. So the girl click, the dude click. I got love. I got friends. I got family, and all the way in between. You know what I'm saying? So shout
I
out
just
to
need
them.
more information, and they just won't give me none.
I mean, it's a society of secrets. Not necessarily a secret society because everybody know about them. You feel me? But
Why can't I just know what's going on before I get to the meeting?
I mean, do you let strangers into the group chat?
No.
You know what I'm saying? The Royal Rumble is the Royal Rumble. Now we may talk about a conversation that we had in the Royal Rumble, but you can't be in it unless you in it. You feel me? So
I had somebody I was dating one time was like, Why can't I be in it?
Who the fuck is you? Like, wait.
She know y'all. I'm not gonna say her name, but like she knew
But
y'all.
like, I get that you
But-
might know, but like, why would you gonna
Like-
fuck it up?
Like why would I add you?
Yeah.
Sometimes I dish you in there.
Man,
And it's like, why
you
would I
remember
add you?
you back in the day you used to fuck with group me? That was a thing.
Yeah, I remember group.
You would add somebody to group me, and depending on the button that you hit, they'll get the back catalog.
Yeah.
Somebody added me to a group, and I got the back catalog, and I went back because I'm nosy. I'm like, oh, you was talking shit about me, huh? Or you was talking about different things at the start of our relationship that I did not know. Interesting. But I didn't, I wasn't petty. But it gave you one of those, okay, you wasn't
Yeah.
totally honest, huh?
That's what you about.
Yeah.
Are we ever totally honest in relationships?
I don't know if you ever totally honest in your life with anybody.
Facts.
You feel me? Some people may be more than others, but like, are you totally honest with your son?
No.
Are you totally honest with your ex-wife or whatever? Like
Hell no.
whoever-
Hell no.
Are you even totally honest with yourself?
Not
Because
all
I'm
the-
not totally honest with myself.
Yeah, no, not all the time. I definitely lied to myself.
I lie to myself right now.
You ain't got nothing to worry about. That ain't no burn.
I'm like, yo,
That ain't burning.
I'm lying to myself right now. Like, yo, this decision gonna work out for you.
And you just never know.
yeah. But
That'd be the worst lying to yourself.
yeah,
Because you're the only motherfucker that's got to deal with that shit.
yeah. I've been trying to get that shit together. Anywho, so we come back from the what I'm saying, the tour or whatever, and we got a couple hours to chill before our banquet. So our banquet
Sneaker ball, right?
Yeah, our banquet this year we did it on a Friday, because usually the Thanksgiving family reunions be like Friday, Saturday, go home Sunday. We start our shit on Thursday, just because, and it's more time to fellowship the whole time.
Ain't nothing wrong with an extra day with family.
Yeah,
Extra full day.
Yeah, and it was better that way. So like if you start on Friday, then all day Friday people gonna be logging in and coming in. It's not gonna be.
It ain't really family time.
Yeah. So we did the banquet. We got a backdrop, you know what I'm saying, with the Macmillan stuff on there. That we all talked about and planned through. We had the backdrop, we got the DJ. I was telling you about the 9 original members or what have you. So we got medals and awards after those people. And I was a part of the selection process and getting everybody who's going to win this award, why not, blah, blah, blah. And what was really dope is like none of the winners know they get an award. You feel me?
Okay.
And we got like their favorite songs, like without them knowing. And that's what the DJ played once they won the award.
So like that little walk-up music. That's dope.
Hell yeah. So Netta was hosting the event. I asked her and my niece.
Of course she
technically my little niece, my little cousin, but my niece, to like host. So they did it, and she won an award. And I had talked to her boyfriend earlier in the week and got like her song, and it was Jill Scott, "Hate on Me, Hater" or some shit like that.
Mm-hmm.
And when that shit came out, once she won, she won an award named after my grandmother. So the Rosa Lee Trailblazer Award. You know,
your grandmother is still with us. Okay,
because she is a trailblazer. Then like Netta, she got a lot of things going on. Work for the office of the president down at U of M. Open up the store. Head of the Michigan check. Like she is making a way, making decisions, high level decisions that get people who look like us in different positions, and like really making the way. So she ain't know she was gonna win that shit. And she did. Man, it was just a great event, man. I really wish I did photos for everything. I really wish we would like videotape the whole thing.
Yeah,
because it was like a whole thing, man.
You gotta do it next year.
Yeah. So that was a Friday night. Saturday morning, in that same banquet room is breakfast and the family meeting. So after we eat breakfast, pray, the whole 9 yards, we talk about like the business of the family and like how much money we were able to raise, how much everything costs, how much money we got left over to pass over to the next committee, picking the new committee and like voting on where the next family reunion is going to be held. and it's a full blown meeting,
yeah,
right?
agenda and everything.
So they got like it's a whole bunch of Greeks, women in the family, and it's a bunch of Mason and whatever. So they all like, yo, this is the chair. The chair recognizes such and such. I'm like, yo,
that sound like The Wire.
Yeah, I'm like, so just so I can make sure this is a point of order. Okay, I want to make a point of order. Like it's a whole thing.
Y'all taking minutes.
Yeah, for sure. And,
Okay.
and it has to be a minute. So somebody recorded audio wise in minutes, because when like a year and a half, like, no, we voted on this. And it was like, well, no, technically we didn't. This was the and that came up. So that's a full thing. So then after that on Saturday, so Friday night, that was the sneaker ball and everything. It was amazing. You know what I mean?
That suit you got from that joint in Oak Park?
I got the top from the spot in Oak Park.
Okay.
Man, I ran up in that joint and they was having like a sidewalk.
Not the suit jacket.
The suit jacket.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because I noticed the color. I was like, that's kind of unique.
And I always wanted the blue joint too. So they was having like a sidewalk sale or some shit, man. You wouldn't even believe what I got that shit for. That shit was basically free.
Okay.
And it was off the rack, but that bitch fit perfect. You know what I'm saying? I was like, I would have swore you would think that somebody because it was like literally perfect. And I already had some pants to go with it. I'm like, all right, well, fuck it. I got some white and blue you know what I'm saying, ones so I can wear. So that was great. Afterwards, after everything was over. So the whole thing was like, I'm 42 years old. Even though I'm not the youth, I'm still the youth.
Yeah.
You feel me? So like the younger folks, we got to infuse. So we wanted to make sure that the banquet just wasn't a regular, standard, boring. We wanted to make it a little exciting. So threw the sneaker joint in there, had a DJ playing music. Everything was straight. And then after that, we went out and hung out with the younger portion of the family. We went out and got into the city a little bit. You feel me?
Where we drinking at tonight?
Yeah, you feel me? I was faded, dog. I really was faded.
But I mean, you with your family though.
For sure. And that was just so dope to be on a Friday night, because usually that's a Saturday night thing and everybody go home the next day. So when you can do that shit on Friday night, and then you got the whole next day to build upon the relationships that you kind of like.
So next day was like the picnic.
Next day was the picnic, right?
Y'all had family Olympics, right?
Yeah. So the next day at the picnic at the park, we got the inside little center or whatever where we eating the food at, and then we go outside to Little Key was like a kickball field, and did the family Olympics. So that's like and that wasn't like too strenuous. So we had the young, the old, the middle, everything, doing sack races. It was a relay. So sack race back and forth. Then like you got the spoon holding the egg. Then there was like a beach ball that you and your partner gotta like hold in between y'all as y'all go back and forth. And then
good family reunion game.
And then the last was
3-legged race.
No, the last one was the shoulders, knees,
pick up the thing.
Cup. Yeah. But they use like this little egg. Man, that shit was great, man. Everybody just had like such a great time. And
those are core memories, my nigga.
Man, I got great pictures, you know what I'm saying, like of people in action. Then folks out there hooping and shit, you know what I'm saying? There's a court out there. So I got like some really cool action shots. And so I'm taking pictures all weekend. I'm like, man, I don't think they know how dope these pictures are gonna be. So
you post them yet?
Yeah, because the next day I was in the airport for like 12 to 13 hours. I edited all them bitches, nigga. They got them bitches Monday. You know what I'm saying? So like everybody was really, really happy, you know what I'm saying, with the pictures. And that's what I really, you know what I'm saying? Like I wanted to capture the fun. I captured like people finding out that they won, the excitement going to the podium and giving that little speech or whatever. And just to capture those moments was important to me. We also got like a family museum, which is basically everybody brings like old stuff, and it was set up all weekend in one of the rooms, whatever. So like pictures, letters people wrote from the war, like somebody army jacket, and just like a whole bunch of different stuff. Somebody made a quilt out of all of the family reunion shirts, like all of them.
That's dope.
You know what I'm saying? So And that's so important because, like, in order to get that and save that, like in HD 4K type pictures, because like we got old grainy black and white pictures. The technology just wasn't available
Yeah,
to have this in crisp detail. And like I want people to be able to look back and like, oh,
but
this
like
was
when you the elder,
yeah,
you'll be able to look back on. I took these pictures, I don't know, 40 years ago,
yeah,
and shit, be able to see the progress of the family.
yeah, man. So
Dog, you gotta have your own family now. You got to.
man, I would love to. You feel me? And like to like live long enough to see it like a long branch
The next
off of
generation.
that. So man, that's dope.
You know, I like to. I've seen it on TikTok where they show like these two people fell in love and produced 109,
Yeah.
family members and shit.
Like, let me see one of the pictures. This not even everybody. Um, but look at this. This was at the
Dog, that's so many
this is my
people.
little cut. Oh shit, come on.
That's so many people in
Why
that
did you
picture.
oh I'm hitting the button. That's why. Like that's crazy. You know what
And
I'm
you said
saying?
that's not even
That's
everybody.
not everybody.
That's
But that was
wild.
everybody who showed up on time to take the picture.
Yeah.
You feel me?
Y'all get one at the picnic?
Yeah, I got a whole bunch. Well, they didn't want to go outside.
Who was it?
Who was who?
Next to the Dallas Cowboys logo.
Oh, I'll tell you about that later.
Okay. I know she ain't family.
I'll tell you about that later.
Okay.
Yeah, man. I had a time, man. A time was had. Somebody last week when I told them I was about to go out of town, I told them I was going like, why you always going out of town for family? I'm like, I really love my family. Like, I don't know what to.
I don't see that as a slight.
I don't know. I
What do
don't
you
know
want
what
me
to
to
tell
say?
you. You know what I'm saying? I guess you want me to go out of town and
Spend
and
on her.
sit on the beach and do whatever, which is cool too. But like,
I'd rather see my family.
this is important to me. You know what I'm saying?
I feel you because I reconnected with some of my cousins maybe about 2 or 3 years ago. And like trying to plan something to all see each other because we all around the same, like we're the next ones.
Yeah,
And like I haven't seen my cousin Tevin in like 15 years. And like literally that nigga was born I'm born November 1st. He born on Halloween. We are 10 years apart.
yeah,
And like it's not like a huge gap. I reached out to him on Facebook just on a whim one day, and I was like, "You my cousin," and he was like, "Nigga, I don't know you." And then like I had to send a picture of my grandma, like, "Nigga, this is us. This is
yeah,
you as a baby. This is me. This is my grandma's house. Your Aunt Addie house." And then the craziest shit is like me and that nigga talked on the phone, and my uncle that passed, his grandfather, it's like no difference in the voice. Like
yeah,
I damn near dropped the phone because like his grandfather had probably passed. He was a baby when his grandfather passed. And when he talked to me on the phone, I was like, I know you don't know this, but you sound like identical of my uncle. Like it was scary. But I know like people when they talk to me, like before my uncle passed, he was like, dog, he was like, I'm talking to your dad. Like same shit with me. So like but I hear it with my son.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I see different mannerisms.
Man, it's
And when he
important, dog.
this nigga do this, so I'm shaking him down for lunch tomorrow. I just told him that he gon' bring me lunch. And there's just no ifs, ands, or buts about it. Everything that I've done for you, you gonna bring all I want is a hot and ready butter and parm. That's it. And I know he got to come over to the west side because his mama birthday was this week and she having her little get down on Saturday. So
Even if you wasn't coming over, nigga, I want my hot and ready.
so I know you gotta come this way. And the way he be like lying to me about not having no money, like that's the same way I used to talk to my dad about not wanting to spend money.
Cause when you young and you ain't got money, I don't got money for like adult things. Like
Oh,
I
facts.
got money to grab something to eat, to go to the club, buy a drink, trick off on a little girl here. I
My
don't
do-
got like I'm not about to be like responsible.
dog, my daughter bought a Louis Vuitton purse,
Oh,
and she going to Cedar Point next week. And
she got that car yet?
still in my driveway. Still in my driveway. because she hadn't got her license. She just got her license. So she bought this Louis Vuitton. She going to Cedar Point next week. And I hit her up like, yo, you got business we need to take care of because you'll be in school like in a month. And you need to have your car so you can go to school and work and do the shit that you want to do. And then she like, so I need my hair done before I go back to school. I'm like, you bought $1,000 purse, plus you're going on a trip with your little girlfriends because they staying, they staying at an Airbnb like they doing
Y'all want to be grown so bad until y'all be grown.
until you need $300 for your hair.
She's gonna be calling you for it. And guess what? You're not in high school no more.
That's what I told her. I said, I'm not paying for it all. I said, I will give you something, but like the amount that I give you, that's it.
You're grown. You're 18 years old. You're in college now.
She like, what I'm
You got responsibilities.
So she like, what I'm supposed to do?
You're supposed to not go to Cedar Point or turn the purse in. Like,
I was like, you're supposed to sacrifice at some level. And like it it literally does not compute with her that I have to do something different because she's just so used to being a kid. But I'm like, she mentioned something about being like a broke college student, but I ain't got to do that because I got parents. I was like, whoa.
no, most broke college students got parents, and now they a broke college student with a broke parent because your ass is in college.
Yeah, and I was like, it's not gonna be random cash apps because you don't want to eat the meal plan that I paid for.
Nigga, I'm a broke adult.
Yeah, I was like, you go. She's like, I don't like some of the food. So like, there's the cafeteria that has the meal plan that we paid for. Then across the street is the student center. They got Taco Bell, Starbucks, fucking Panda.
When you went down there on one of them to visit, didn't you say that food was good though? Not the student center, but like the regular shit.
Yeah, the cafeteria food was straight.
I bet you it was better than what we fucking was eating and shit.
Yeah, it was like.
At Cass, nigga, is it French fry day or no?
Because nigga, is it tater tot day?
The French fries was $1.25 back in the day and shit.
Yeah.
Well, give me the French fries, dog. Like,
nigga,
because all this other shit is pizza.
Give me that square block of pizza, some French fries, and whole milk was my order.
Hold the milk, motherfucker.
Niggas
I milk in school.
I play football a little bit so I could go down to the locker room and take a dump because taking a shit in high school is like.
I don't think I ever took a shit in school.
But like if
period, like school ever.
But if niggas find out you taking a dump in school,
ain't it crazy? Like everybody take a shit every single day, once or twice. But like
don't get caught taking a shit in high school.
Like nobody wants to take a shit and like. Oh, you took a shit? Like, yes, nigga, everybody does it every day. Like,
nigga, I would go down to the locker room and Coach Wilcher would like let me in so I could like take a shit in the locker room where I knew nobody's walking in.
Man, 12th grade, I got out of school at like 11 o'clock in the morning. My day was over. I had Votech, but my Votech somehow was my regular job at Boston Market that didn't start till 5 o'clock. But like I got out of school after third hour. So either I would just go to the crib and chill or I'd just be around the school. Like I don't even know how I pulled that off.
Lucky for you, nigga. I had a 1 to 8 in 12th grade.
That's fucking crazy.
That's how many classes I needed to make in order to graduate.
Yeah,
I had a 1 to 8.
I don't remember if it was.
And my 8th hour was English.
I don't know if it was a 1 to 3 or 1 to 4. I feel like it was I was out of school like most of the day, dog.
I was out of school, that 8th hour end about 4 o'clock. And then I'll never forget this shit. I had 75 days worth of detention that I owed to school. So I would have to do detention every day from 4 to 5. Like, nigga, that shit went on for like 3 months.
I keep putting my fucking thumb up.
Yeah. That shit went on for like 3 months, nigga.
That's fucking crazy. No, I'm not doing it. It was so crazy. Like, so even though I got out of school at around 3 o'clock, I had track practice every day. You know what I'm saying? In the summer. So not in the summer, but like, so track practice started like at 4 o'clock. So like I go to the crib, watch some fucking Jerry Springer, my girlfriend come over, like, or I just be in school, like fucking around in the gym, hooping in the gym and shit. Like, I'm an athlete.
Loitering.
You know what I'm saying? So
Loitering
like,
on
I go
campus.
to Coach Carter, or like all the sports people know you, all the coaches know you. You know what I'm saying? They don't like, you're not friends with all the coaches or everything, but like
They know your
everybody know who
face
you are.
enough, yeah.
And like I ran track and I was undefeated the whole season, and I said I was the best athlete at the school because our football team sucked, and in my brain, I was the best athlete at the only thing that the school wins at, which by default makes me the best in the whole school. I don't know if that's how it actually works, but in my races,
Until you
that I,
dethrone me.
you know what I'm saying? All the races that I ran, I didn't lose, so it is what it is. So I just thought that shit was cool. So.
In school till 4. And nigga, I remember in detention, so like detention was student run. There was a girl that I knew that ran detention.
It's crazy.
So I would want to just like go to sleep for an hour. And she like, you can't sleep in here. So nigga, I would just be like this on the desk. Like these for an hour. Just wait until 5 o'clock came.
That's crazy. Anywho, man, let's get into some shit that's been going on this week. How long we been? About 45
Damn near
minutes.
an hour. Kamala,
Sleepy
nigga.
Joe popped out.
He did. I thought he was dead.
Is he?
In the group chat, I said he was dead. And
but did we actually see him?
I'll be honest. No, I didn't see him. Now
he did an address the other day. He was out. Like, have you seen him the videos where he seems to like be messing with his mask?
Yes, because the skin ain't pulled back properly over the cyborg.
I don't know. This is crazy. I don't know. Man.
All I'm just saying is like we didn't see Ruth Gator Ginsburg
for like 8 months to a year.
And they just kept saying she was alive. We saw something that resembled Joe.
I did just see him in the he did an interview with somebody, one of them ABC niggas and shit. He was just talking really low and really slow and real low. And, I don't know, man, but
he
Kamala,
might be dead already.
Kamala is looking like, I don't know what the Democratic Party gonna do. It's looking like everybody's putting their faith behind her. I think Obama just came out and endorsed her today.
Yeah, he finally said something.
So the Democratic National Convention is what, next week?
Yeah.
This week coming up, rather. So they'll decide whether they want to just use her or pick somebody else or make them vote out in between them.
They don't have nobody else. Democrats legit wasted 12 years. They have not built nobody else up. And it's just her. And
ain't it funny that you got to build somebody up and there's just not somebody who just like has good really policies and like thinks that they can like control. Like I have to give you.
You got to ramp that nigga up.
That shit crazy.
You got to. It's the rollout.
Now, have you been? I've been watching. I don't know if you've been watching. I've been watching the Senate. I don't know if they call it the congressional hearings on the Trump shooting. So they had the director of the CIA, who's now resigned.
I thought it was directed to Secret Service.
Secret Service. I'm sorry, who's now resigned.
I did see that.
The
it was
FBI director. Every day it's been a new person. You know,
they was hoeing her.
I enjoy watching congressional hearings. I really do. When I was talking about TikTok and how evil it is, and everybody should get that shit off their phone like 2.5 years ago, it's because I watched all the hearings with them same people, every congressperson in every state, destroy them people up there. And anybody go up there and sit, they don't never answer a question, no matter what. Like, yo, it's Thursday and you saying it's Wednesday. Well, the day that I said, like they don't
talk around it. Yeah,
right?
They talk
around no matter how much proof and stuff. So I knew some shit was going on with TikTok. Now everybody want to say, yo, TikTok they just want to stop us because we're talking about. It's been a thing for a long time.
Right.
It's really been a thing for a long time. But I do gotta make sure I check myself. Because I think this shit is a wonderfully written play. Every couple, something happens, and then the congressmen destroy the person who's responsible for it. They make them look stupid. They ask questions that me and you think should have answers for, and it makes me feel like, wow, we really got people who are looking out for our best interests. The congresswoman for Michigan, she shredded old girl.
She did.
And like she had like tough questions, like common sense questions, like, yo, how the fuck did this happen? Why did you do this? Why da da da? But I have never, ever seen anybody get brought up on perjury charges for lying under oath in front of Congress. They don't ever answer the questions. They sit up there and lie, and nothing happens. It's a great show. It's entertaining as fuck because I like that type of shit. We gonna sit here and like debate facts and go back and forth and like exchange little quips and quirks and shit. I love that type of shit. But nothing happens. So like the emotional portion of me, like, hell yeah, they go answer the question, bitch. You know what I'm saying? Like regardless if I like the
It's
nigga,
like a silent agreement.
yeah, and like this is your you what you have to do is you got to sit up here and publicly take this whooping. We go, you know what I'm saying? Then we'll pay you and you do whatever the fuck you do in the private sector. But like you gonna sit up here publicly, take this whipping, take the shame, and then we're never gonna hear from you.
Yeah, it's
again.
like you'll never work for the government again.
But you'll work for a third party contract company who works for the government.
Yeah.
Like,
But you'll never be a senator.
she started here in Michigan.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, which is crazy. So they destroy her for a whole 4 hours and 33 minutes. I watched all of it. I really do love these shits.
That's a long time.
Like the Harley nigga, I don't know. Apparently he got some shit with it's some rumors with him, some child shit. I don't know. But that it's
some
a lot
chomo
of
shit.
Yeah, hiring. I don't know, man.
Okay.
I don't know.
We don't want to just throw that on the nigga jacket.
But like one of them was saying that when a Republican National Convention happened, it was some shit. I don't know. I just don't know. But like I enjoy some of these, and some of them I'm like, this guy's pretty smart. I hear bad things about this particular person or the senator or the congressman from Delaware. I hear stuff about them. Like he seems like he's a pretty smart guy. These guys are answering and asking different questions. Blah blah blah. I don't know, but nothing ever comes of that shit, dog. Like in real life, nobody should have been ever. Dude should not have been in to shoot the president or shoot at the president.
Yeah.
Like there's no way. They knew that nigga was there 58 minutes before, dog. Pictures of him, and then she like, well, he was suspicious. He wasn't a threat. The nigga got a gun, a bicycle, a rangefinder. He's on the roof. Like, what do you like, huh?
Y'all niggas should have shot him 2 hours ago.
Also, they're not convinced there was only one shooter. And when you listen to the audio, there's definitely 3 different type of guns. And the lady would not answer how many shells were found on the roof. I'm like, just answer the fucking, like, count how many shots, like which. But I'm like,
because that opens up too much other shit.
Yeah, and like the gunshots do sound distinctly different, and they do whatever. I don't know, man, but it's enough shit that's going on both sides to be like, nigga, this shit fake. Oh, this shit was a setup. I don't know what to believe. I'm tapping out, and I think that's the intended goal.
Okay,
for niggas just to like, look, it's too much. It's too much.
They want you to fall on that sword. It's all like some scandal, backroom deal shit. They want you to fall on that sword.
Yeah.
Papa Pope was like, there'll always be money. There'll always be, you know what I'm saying? Like, this is above your pay grade. Somebody in a back room has already made a deal for you to go away. Like you said, you'll work in the public sector. We'll pay you the same salary you've been getting paid.
The FBI dude, he did a lot better. He was answering questions, and some of them like my name. This is an active investigation. I can't tell you that. I can't tell you how many people were scheduled here because then you'll know how many people we be scheduling. Or like,
yeah,
I can't tell you the loadout that people had, the equipment they had, because then you'll know what to get to like outmaneuver. You know what I'm saying? So some stuff we couldn't.
It's still
answer.
a matter of presidential safety.
Yeah, but it's also been 10, 11 days, and some of the shit you just had an answer for. Like you don't know who said this, or you don't know the time. Oh, actually, like I don't have the timeline. You the director of the Secret Service.
Nigga, I ain't bring no notes.
And she was like, I don't have them from like, so like, are you not prepared for this? this is the biggest hearing that you've ever had in your life.
This is my last day at work.
Like, she's like, when did you start preparing? I'm like, a couple of days ago or so. You don't even know when you started preparing for this? Like, the president was shot at and or shot on your watch. Your entire job is to protect him. Do you consider this a failure? We don't want this to ever happen again. We don't want it to happen the first time. What are you talking about?
Do I consider it a failure? That's a matter of opinion.
Like, Jesus Christ, man.
That's a sliding scale.
Yeah. I'll tell you this. I don't like the identity politics that's going on right now with Kamala. I don't like the divisiveness that we have already started. I've seen women start, well, y'all know black men ain't gonna vote for her because y'all love showing how y'all hate. I don't like it.
That's untrue. I don't hate black women. I don't hate Kamala. I would like to hear her policies. I would like to hear what she's running on. I would like to see who she's running with. I do have some concerns.
I got some concerns.
I heard Ant say this, and I will double down on it. I do not think her and Jennifer Granholm running together is a winning ticket.
It's an L.
Yeah, like
Jennifer Granholm or Gretch?
I mean Gretch, not
Okay.
Granholm, but Gretch. That's not gonna work. Plain and simple. That's just not gonna work. And that's what I feel.
Yeah, it's definitely not gonna. Oh, you know what? I gotta hear. It's not gonna work for me. I'll tell you honestly, what's not gonna work for me. I've said it plenty of times, but I'm gonna play it. I can't get with it. I'll play it, but I can't get with it, and I'm sorry. I just can't do it, Captain. I don't have the power. Let me add this. I'm loading up the clip right now, people.
Okay. In real time.
Yeah, in real time.
I didn't know this is how you did it.
Oh, that bitch is in the MOAV file. Ain't that a bitch? All right. Well, maybe I won't be oh, I know what I can do.
Play it from your phone.
Who believe that every person in our nation who should have the freedom to live safe from the terror of gun violence will finally pass red flag laws, universal background checks, and an assault weapons ban.
First off,
listen, I've been telling y'all for a long time, I'm not voting for anybody who is trying to take the ability for me to arm myself away. I'm just not doing it. If any presidential candidate, any mayoral candidate, if any governor says that they plan on banning any particular type of firearms, you will never have my support. That doesn't mean I'm going to vote for your opposition. I'm just not voting for you.
Okay.
I 100% am not voting for Trump. You feel me? I'll sit that shit out before I put my vote, my thought, my energy, for anything that's for me outside of my best interest. I just can't do it. That don't mean that anybody's a bad person or this or that. It's just not in my best interest. And if you black, it's really not in your best interest either.
I completely agree with you.
There's only one reason, in my humble and honest opinion, that a government would disarm its people.
Because they want to take over.
Yeah. And I'm not okay with that. And that could be an extreme. You can call me a one party or one. I'm just not doing it.
Second Amendment is like is a huge thing for you.
The first one and the second one.
Okay. I'm just saying, like, just knowing you, I know that's like a recurring theme.
Yeah, because I don't trust this government. Never have, never will. I never have, never will. And I mean, y'all just got finished explaining to me how 45 is a tyrant and tried to overthrow the government, and he's gonna get in and martial law, and basically y'all told me he was a fascist and everything like that. Like, well, he could be a tyrannical government then. That's why y'all trying to not put him in there, right?
Yeah.
So if our government,
I mean,
in
he's
2020
basically said that, it'll be, he wants to be more or less a dictator. If that January 6th shit wouldn't have happened, he'd have been probably by a landslide by now, in all honesty.
well, I mean, he's winning by landslide now.
Yeah.
But I'm not fucking with it. I'm not putting my support behind Trump. But it's not going to anybody who is telling me that they don't have my best interest involved. I'm just not going to do it. That's just me. I'm not telling people that y'all should do that too, but that's not me. I'll be honest with you. I don't even like red flag laws. You know what that is?
No, I'm not hip. I was just gonna ask you, what is that?
So red flag laws is you and your girl get into it, and she say, "This nigga crazy. He threatened to beat me up." That's a red flag if you want to get a gun.
Okay.
Like you didn't commit a crime. You weren't charged with a crime. You didn't get a chance to face your accuser or anything of that nature. But now your ability to purchase a firearm, protect your family is now gone because of an accusation from another person.
Yeah.
Not because you did something wrong.
That'll fuck up a lot of people.
Yeah, and so it's a red flag because somebody put an order of protection on you. Like, I never been arrested in my life. You put a what on me? Now I can't get a firearm? I can't protect my family no more? Because of now, it's not lost on me that some niggas is actually crazy.
Yeah,
And
but
some niggas probably shouldn't get guns.
But to say everything is board and blanket across the board, that's wrong.
It's too much. It's where it's too much. It's too much power. And you shouldn't have the ability to take my rights away from me. These rights was ordained to me by God. Like, our Constitution does not give us rights. That Constitution says, I'm going to protect your right. The right was given by God. So, like, the Constitution didn't give me free speech. The Constitution says, I promise that I'm going to protect your free speech.
Right.
I'm going to protect this. You got this shit ordained by God. I was free when God made me. And I'm always going to be free. But, yeah, I'm not fucking with that shit, dog. It is what it is. I wonder also, though. I don't know. I can't say this because we got shit coming up that I can't say. I don't want.
Okay.
Yeah, but on the Second Amendment, I stand on that one. The other one, we'll talk off mic. But
fair enough.
Yeah. All right, man. Now on to lighter notes. You sent me. All right, I'm gonna play this.
Okay.
You could go to the listening party of any album ever made, and the artist that made the album will be in attendance, turning up, having a ball because they're excited because their album is about to come out. Which album would it be, and why? I'd love to know. You could go to the listening party
shit.
of any.
What would you?
I
what would
thought
you do?
about this for a long time because there's some albums that I just love, but from beginning to end, top to bottom, and I would love to see this artist vibing, rapping along with the song. All Eyes on Me. All Eyes on Me.
Man,
I was with Life After Death, Blueprint, but I was like, it's so much shit.
You want to go to the listener? What? Go ahead.
It's so much shit on All Eyes on Me that's just like a vibe. And like, I would like to see Pac in that moment at that type of event. All Eyes on Me is my choice.
Okay. I went a little different because I wish I could see that House of Blues performance from Pac, because I wish I could be there. So the couple of listening sessions that I've been to and the ones that we did for D-Rick and Record or whatever, it was like the artist talking about those songs, right? We'll play a song, I got to talk about it, what was on my mind when I made this, and like if you in there, like you can ask questions and like get like
introspective.
Yeah. So like the two albums that stood out for me that I would love to be in there was Good Kid, Mad City.
Okay, I'm not mad at that.
But like some of it's self-explanatory, but some of it's not, right? But specifically though, The Cool by Lupe Fiasco.
Interesting pick.
And
Very good album. Very
love
good
that album. And there are 5 songs on the album, The Cool, that make up a story about The Cool actually dying and getting murdered or whatever. Because The Cool was track number 10 on the first album, and he died. And The Cool is the songs about like how that actually happened. So this is a story. And I would love to like depict. I love that album, dog. Like I love that fucking album. I listen to it all the time. I even did like I recorded like I want to call it a pod. I just recorded myself talking about the fucking album, like on this 15-year anniversary or some shit like that recently. And like I found like interviews from him that was breaking down like which 5. I just found the DVD because he personified all those characters: the streets, the game, the cool. You know who the nigga who died was? Kadeem Hardison. He was in the video. The game was what's my man name from the Green Mile?
Michael Clark Duncan.
Michael Clark Duncan, and he had another woman for the streets. You know what I'm saying? So like a video never came out, but the DVD that came with like with the album,
Yeah.
with the deluxe album, it had them and it was like behind the scenes and they were shooting promos. Like he had these people drawn out. And Kadeem Hardison was like like he just came back from the dead. And the game was like the final song on the album, like the game is the game, and he personified these people, these songs into actual people. Like I would love to be in that session with him, going through those records and like.
You know, I remember there's always one song on that album that really like stood out to me because I felt like certain shit through it. I was going through it. That hip hop saved my life.
Yeah,
you know, because like I was still actively.
That song was about Slim Thug.
Yeah, I remember that. Like, because he's selling out the trunk, but like I was still actively, like, really pursuing hip hop. I would, we was doing shows in like Canada, you know, some spots all over, like little college
Hip hop
towns in
saved my life for
Michigan.
sure.
Like I was literally like loading up the car on the weekends. I had my Malibu, and me, Mo Dirty, we would load up the car and we would like be Mo first album. We was pushing that. I was pushing a couple songs, and like we was really out there.
There's no doubt hip hop saved my life.
Yeah.
Like there's a lot of shit I could have been into. You know what I'm saying? Like when we was working at the gig, making all that money, I was taking that motherfucker money and we would be in the studio. You know what I'm saying? Like I could have been doing a lot of shit out in the streets. I'm in the motherfucking studio. We pushing out albums. We fucking mixing and mastering and like just staying out of the streets per se. Like idle time is a devil's playground. You know what I'm saying? When you 17, 18 years old, then when you 18, you just got out of high school, you got money in your pocket, you ain't really got nowhere to go per se. Like you an adult. Like, man.
My man's that that passed, Jermaine, Fats, we would record over his house. Or you met my other homie, Chris, that was doing Chris had a spot out in Canton. And we would go to Chris' apartment and record. And like that was every Saturday and Sunday. You know what I'm saying? Like, and we just be, Chris had 2 kids, his girl living in the apartment, and she just closed the bedroom door and let 6, 7, 8 niggas. We just in the front room. We on the second floor of the apartment building, banging out beats, rapping. When it's your turn to rap, because niggas is on a 4-track, it's like, everybody gotta be quiet. So niggas could lay their verses. And like that shit was it. Nigga, it felt like we was about to make it.
For sure.
It felt like like that song resonated so much with me. So much. That shit's crazy.
Yeah, I really like that album. And I think it's I would love to be in that listening session.
You went a different way with it. When I think of like, if we looking introspectively, I like niggas whose pen is undefeated. And it's not always just combined in the scope of hip hop.
Yeah.
One of my favorite Stevie Wonder albums is probably one of the best albums I feel ever, Songs in the Key of Life. Like I would love to hear, because Stevie allegedly can't see and can't write.
Yeah.
So like, is he freestyling all of that? Is somebody else writing it down? Like, how was his recording process? You know what I'm saying?
He Jay-Z in the shit. Remember that shit?
But like to remember,
Braille
like
it, maybe just poking holes in paper and shit.
but like to remember like such
Yeah.
incredible, literally, because I look at R&B as like a completely different thought process, especially back then. You're dealing with a live band, live instrumentation. All right, fellas, we're gonna take it from the top. You know what I'm saying? Like you,
What's so crazy though, and I didn't realize this until the day we went over to Shad vs. Everybody podcast,
Mhm.
right? I was sitting out in front waiting for you to pull up, and I was listening to damn, who the fuck I was listening to? I can't remember who I was listening to, but like when I'm listening to the lyrics, I'm like, these niggas was the rappers. You know what I'm saying? Like that, this like people was fucking with what's the nigga that used to be shooting out and taking niggas bitches and shit? It was like one of them
Sam Cooke.
Sam Cooke, but no, what's that one dude name? There was a story about him, and then like he took the nigga wife and had after he passed away and shit.
That was Sam Cooke.
It wasn't Sam Cooke, huh?
Yes.
But no, I know what you're talking about. But no, it was somebody else. It was like about a year and a half, 2 years ago. It was a whole thing, and they kept telling the same story over again. Like a nigga came and shot up a fucking bar with like a shotgun and shit.
I don't know who you talking.
Damn, what's my man
It
name?
might be Lil Richard, James Brown.
No, it was James Brown on some nigga shit, and it was another motherfucker. Yo, this one of them things where Macho was like screaming the name of the.
He'll let us know. He'll let us know. He'll leave us a voice note tomorrow.
Supposedly the famous mic thing that James Brown does, you know, he raps it down and kicks it in, picks back up. Another soul singer named Joe Tex claims I did that first. So he says Brown stole from me. Brown says, no, I did that first. You stole from me. And conflict ensues. Joe Tex apparently had a girlfriend who was a background singer named Bea Ford, very attractive woman. And at some point, Brown woos her, seduces her. And not only does she leave Joe Tex's band, she leaves Joe Tex.
She became James' woman. I mean, they were super bad.
So then Joe Tex makes this incredible record called Dressed. I taught her how to fix her hair, but you can have her now. And so now, James Brown's whacked out of his mind. James finds out that Joe Tex is going to be hanging out at a club in Georgia called Club 15. It was an Otis Redding show. James grabs a couple of shotguns. He rolled into the spot like it was a gangster movie and starts spraying. Otis Redding hid behind the piano. I don't know if he actually meant to shoot Joe Tex, but he sure meant to scare the hell out of Joe Tex. The guy who ran the club had hogs in the back. James didn't hit any people, but he hit a couple of hogs. So Brown really went buck wild. He's off before the authorities can get at him, but several people who work for him stand around, hey, just in case, you all right? Here's a couple of dollars. So basically, they bought everyone's silence.
World famous.
848.
But anyway, I'm like, yo, they talking some cash shit. And everything what I'm singing about, like, yo, Papa was a Rolling Stone, or I'm your pusher. You know what I'm saying? I'm the mama, I'm the daddy, I'm the nigga in the alley. I'm a go go. So we like that's R&B. But these niggas were street niggas, and that was the outlet that we had.
They were singing.
To put
rap
the shit
just
out.
wasn't a thing yet. Like they
and like they was the ones like, oh, they doing that shit, we own that shit. Like it was a future of that time.
Yeah.
You feel me? Just like there was a Stevie Wonder, maybe a Kendrick of that time. Like we had different levels.
Just the duality of the music.
Yeah, and that music back in them days, I wonder what them studio sessions look like. Niggas in that bitch in leather coats and do-rags with
coke.
Like what Nas said, I wonder what Al Green seen that made him religious. Some.
So back in the day, I used to intern at the studio in Highland Park for this gentleman that was one of the original floaters, wrote Float On. You know, it's like he wrote it. It was platinum, like plaques everywhere for like floater shit. And he'd always like throw on some old videos to show him doing the, this.
My 1-2.
Yeah. And he told me he was in the studio when Marvin Gaye recorded "I Want You."
It's crazy.
And he was like, by the end of the set, I'm just repeating what was told to me. And, I'm paraphrasing certain things, that Marvin was on some type of substance. When he recorded the song, all he was wearing was pants, no socks, no shoes, no shirt. He said he was sweating profusely. And he said there was a young girl in the studio, maybe about 14, 15. And in order to give him the motivation, she was in the booth with him while he was singing the song. And I was like, he's like in the essence of recording it, it was just another song. We didn't understand that, like, this was, he's like, it's a 2-3 a.m. session, and Marvin is just, singing it. He was like, we high on drugs, we drinking, we're kicking it in the studio.
Yeah.
And he just like, we just catch a vibe, the right notes get played, and he was like, it niggas recorded magic. And I just be like, yo, I always wonder, like, I've seen niggas record. I used to intern with IV, and I watched Royce record a lot of Rock City. And like, I just remember being in those sessions and like feeling like, yo, these are hits. And not to say like his career hasn't had hits, but like those first albums didn't have like a lot of definitive big songs. You know what I'm saying? They had Rock City, but I remember there was a version of the intro that was recorded in I have a version of Rock City on CD somewhere that's completely different than the one that dropped and came out. And there was an intro that was recorded that I wish saw the light of day. And it was like incredible. And just to see, but like I said, you in there, you never know when greatness is being made. You just, sometimes you just capture lightning in a bottle. But
Yeah.
Stevie has so much greatness on songs in the key of life. Like, I just wonder what you think Stevie was doing drugs?
100%.
Think he's doing a little
Stevie was
book of sugar?
Stevie was on heroin. Like old and like he was like addicted. He went to like rehab and shit.
Okay.
If my memory served me correctly.
I want to put that on Stevie. I'm just wondering. Because I feel like everybody, like, it was just it's some recreational shit. We just gonna do a little blow because it's Friday night.
Just how like
we just gonna do a little lean.
Ray Charles was on hard drugs.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Shooting up and shit like that. I mean,
Don't you know no good? You know what I'm saying? And get to producing that good shit. Cause you on that good shit.
Man, I'm trying to figure out.
We should pile off a little coke.
No, we shouldn't.
You
recommend terrible ideas, dog. Like terrible ideas.
You just want to see what type of magic we make.
No.
We turn the lights freaky purple in this bitch. Do a bumper piece.
I don't want to be in the room with a nigga making turn lights freaky purple. No, nigga, that's not what's on my.
Have some Rick
board.
James playing in the background and see, like, nigga, we be podding.
Damn, what was that nigga name?
I bet you Anna be down. Anna be down for a little coke.
What else did we have on here?
Shout out to my nigga Trinidad Ed. I don't want to put that on Ed neither.
Yeah,
I love that nigga Ed. I want to put that on Ed.
Oh, you put this on here. I don't know what this clip is from. I mean, I know what it's from, but
rather have the black president or the white president who got 1.7 billion off the price? I think they want the white guy right now. Would you rather have the black president or the white president who got 1.7 billion off the price?
I need to know I need to figure out what he's talking about. But
first of all, it sounds like that nigga's high.
This sounds wild. And it looks weird. It's like, this real? I think it's real, but you know what I'm saying? How it look like he in front of a green screen. You know what I'm saying? How he got that little glow?
Yeah.
The black president or the white president who got
I don't know what that nigga talking about, but
what did he get 1.7 billion off of? The brick?
So I'm reading I'm reading the comments, and they talking about the comments from regular people like, I get it, but he was talking about insert. I don't know, but that's a crazy clip though. That's a fucking. That's not a kind of clip that you need while you're running for president against a black woman.
Against a black woman.
I don't know what you're talking about. That shit could make perfect sense in context, but I don't got the context.
So I got a crazy theory, and I'm just gonna say it because you usually be with the conspiracy theories.
Be with the conspiracies, or I just be with the theories.
Okay, so I got a conspiracy theory that I think
that term was made by the CIA, by the way.
I got a conspiracy that I think could be going on. Let's just say Joe is dead. They gave him a thumbs up. Let's just say Joe is dead. They announce it, I don't know, around September, and let Kamala rock out for the rest of the year as president, like an internship. Like that would probably be like the best vote of confidence. Because she would show that, like, yo, I can do this shit.
Show who?
Show the world. I can be president. And then she can kind of like steamroll that shit into the election.
If the nigga been a potato for the last 4 years, anybody can be the fucking president. If that's the case.
No, but like, look, man, I don't believe that the world and world leaders are ready to accept a black woman as president. We still live in a day and time.
Is she black or is she Indian?
Nigga, she looked black to me.
Well, I was just watching this song. I'm just watching a video with her and Mindy from Where's Mindy, and she was like, "I'm Indian. Like, this is the food." She's like, "Oh, we're both Indian. And this is the food I grew up on." Then she started naming all the different foods that she grew up on and shit. So I was like, "Yo, is you black or is you Indian?"
She whatever she need to be, and which doesn't sound well, but I believe like that could help her. That could maybe help her win. She just steamrolled that shit into the election. Like, look, niggas, I'm doing it.
Let me ask you a question. Who you think is on the fence about voting for Kamala? Let me ask you a question. This is a better question. Niggas, not niggas, the general term. Niggas who voting for Trump know they voting for Trump.
You're right.
It's not a, should I vote for Trump or should I vote? It's not a thing. Everybody's mind is already made up. I will argue to say that there is nobody who doesn't know, am I going to vote for Trump or I'm going to vote for Kamala? The only niggas who are thinking that are niggas who are historically Democrats who might go to the other side. Okay. There is not a Republican or somebody.
But you need those. You need them in order to win.
I get that. There is not a nigga that's on that side of the game who is thinking about voting for Kamala. That's not a thing. It's not.
Or leave.
It's like, people gonna leave the Democrats to go to the left. I mean, to the right. I don't think nobody's coming that way. That's just me.
But she need to keep all the Democrats in her pocket, though.
For sure,
she got to. Because like those people that are on the fence about going Republican, like that could sway shit. She need to keep.
It's weird though right now because y'all ain't vote for her in the primaries to get her to the election. Y'all didn't like her. But now it's everybody like she the best one for y'all didn't vote for her when it was against her.
Look, my nigga, it's the I don't even want to say the lesser of two evils because it's not. It's just her. And I'm not with this divisiveness amongst black people. I don't believe it. I don't believe there's some type of underlying hate for black women. I love black women. I think
for sure. My mother is a black.
You're right. But you know what? One thing that I had to look at, and it's going to sound like one of those statements. We've worked for some dynamic black women, me and you personally. Oh, man. And I just think black women leaders are incredible. And
so I had this conversation over the weekend with my cousins and shit. I remember being at the gig some years ago, and I'm talking to you remember Tam, right?
Yeah.
I'm talking to Tam. And they was hiring some new people, and we heard if you was hiring in with a degree, you was getting more money. And I'm like, man, that's kind of crazy, ain't it? Like, we doing the exact same job. The job requirements are the same.
Right.
This is what we need you to do. Boom, boom, boom. Like, so why would they pay this person more money because they got a degree if we both was asked the same questions and we both think you can both do it?
Right.
She was like, man, imagine being a woman And that's the first time I ever imagined it. And
Damn.
this was like 20.
This was a long time ago.
This was like 2012, 2013-ish, right? And what I meant by that is growing up, my mom was always in a position of leadership at work. She was always a boss.
Right.
My aunts were teachers. You know what I'm saying? Like the women that all my jobs, I finally had like one man that was my boss, two tops. I always reported to women. So in my brain, I never looked at. Some people think women can't lead or shouldn't lead, and I never knew that type of. I just didn't know, right? Because it just wasn't what I grew up on. I just figured everybody, black women always been fucking leading. You know what I'm saying? Right. But it made me have a little bit more grace for white people who may be ignorant to like some black issues, because I'm a black man and was ignorant to issues dealing with black women because I just assumed that everybody had my experience growing up.
Right.
And that's not the case. So sometimes you would talk to somebody white or do some shit. You'd be like, man, how the fuck they don't know that? Maybe they just don't know. That's not my experience. That's not been my experience in life.
But even like on the flip side, like I knew white people, you know what I'm saying? But like I had never dealt with them in a everyday capacity until I began working.
And what made me think about this today is my boss was asking me about like how the reunion was, and I showed her this picture. She was like, wow, there's a lot of women there. Y'all gonna need some more men. And I'm like, well, I'm like, damn, there is a lot of women in our family. Well, in this particular picture, all the men in the back because they taller. But I'm like, it never in my life have I ever thought that because a woman is doing it, like they are less qualified or whatever, because my whole entire family has been leaders.
Yeah.
Like it never crossed my mind, but clearly that is a thing out in the world. It just never was a thing for me. So I don't think that Kamala couldn't do the job because she a black woman or anything, or no shit like that, because I just don't, that's just not, I guess I can't, that's not how I was raised, but that's not what I just wasn't accustomed to that. I never grew up with that line of thinking. Anybody, I don't know. I just never grew up with that line of thinking, but I know that is a line of thinking. When I was working in Michigan first, when Hillary was running, my boss at the time, I think she thought I was voting for Trump because
you're Republican.
No, because I kept getting text messages about Hillary or about this. I'm like, I ain't never voted for a Democratic president before. I'm like, why? How did they get my number? Blah, blah. I'm just riffing talking. So in her brain, she thought, oh, you voting for Trump. So the day after the election, she was like, I could never bring older white woman. I could never bring myself to vote for Hillary. I'm like, oh, you comfortable saying that to me?
Because she thought
you like, oh shit, you thought I like, that's crazy.
You one of the others.
Like, that's crazy.
You
know
on
what I'm saying? And I work midnight. She came in at 7. So we just basically just pass in the morning. We chop it up for 5 to 10 minutes. That's how the night went, blah, blah, blah. So like, she used to terrorize everybody else. I used to hear horror stories, but I never had that experience with her because we got very limited interactions. You know what I'm saying?
Which is probably for the best.
Yeah. So like, oh, you don't know I'm a nigga. You think because you heard
you ain't came in, she ain't came in at midnight.
Yeah,
and heard you letting them play Jesus.
You heard one sentence and you just assumed a lot, and like you can't assume.
And you was wearing bow ties and shit to work. She thought you.
I have bow ties when I interviewed. They outlawed bow ties after they had to put a rule in place. After me,
because Jason Farrakhan, you're not gonna be around this bitch.
And I wore a bow tie to every single one of my interviews. Then they put it like, if you customer facing, you can't wear a bow tie. And technically, since I was in the call center, but I would go downstairs. I'm customer facing. I'm like, oh, ain't this a bitch? You niggas made that rule for me, huh?
Yeah, Farrakhan.
I'm like, y'all knew what type of nigga y'all was getting. I wanted to set the tone.
And that's the type of nigga that they didn't want. Because you was gonna be hawking bean pies too.
Why you thought? And she interviewed me like, why you thought I was the type of nigga I was gonna vote for Trump? Man, I'm up in this bitch with my bow tie on. That's crazy.
She said, whatever type of nigga you is, we don't want it. Whether you righteous, whether you right wing, we don't want your kind here, nigga.
Yeah.
And any rules I can put in place, I'm gonna do that.
Yeah.
You know what what often like comes across my my head, like bosses that terrorize people at work. Like, how the fuck you let that shit happen to you? How the fuck that happened? Nigga, we had you remember that big ass, remember that Mexican we used to work for, Carlos? Maybe you didn't work for that nigga.
Carlos.
When I was working for Comcast, he was the call center manager in the call center I had an office in. Nigga name was Carlos. And that nigga
What's
would
the last name start with?
M.
That sounds vaguely familiar.
Okay, he was a dick. And I used to, and like, he would be in meetings and would like talk to motherfuckers real crazy and dress them down. One day he called me for some information. I guess I was moving too slow and he said some slick shit to me. Nigga, I addressed that shit immediately, not over the phone. I got up, I went to his fucking office, I closed the door, and we talked like two men. And he never spoke to me like that ever again.
Got to.
Because I remember I used to share my office with this white lady, and she heard this nigga talking to me, and she was like, he talks to people like that all the time. I said, I'll be back. Because I said, this will never happen again.
Nope, can't do it.
Because I just don't understand how shit like that happens at work. We was in the elevator one time. Remember how Pac was in the elevator in Juice? Like, I remember we was in the elevator and somehow, some way, he got turned around and I was in the back. And me and this nigga eyed each other all the way up to the 4th floor, not saying a word.
Shut up.
You doing beats up over there? You looping samples?
No, I was trying to get to this video I saw earlier in the week, but I just can't find that shit. I should like shit more. Damn, I was looking for it. I wanted to play it. Oh well. Anyway, yeah, you got nip that shit in the bud. I had an issue. Not even an issue. I just nipped some shit in the bud today. You know what I'm saying? My leader or my manager was talking to me, or she asked me for help with this one guy. She just brought him over. I was helping somebody else, and like he had this real smugness to him, and like it caught me off guard at first. And I was like, "You can talk to me in a regular tone." Just like, because he was like, well, and he gave me one of them, like, I was like, I gave the hell, like, I gave him like, you can talk to me in a regular tone, no need for that, no need for that sassiness, like, and like I could see he wanted to get mad, and my boss got looked at me, and I kept the night before. I was like, I kept it cool, but like, let's just this is not how it's gonna start. Like, we're gonna start the way we gonna end the way we start, and we not starting off on this shit.
I've never worked directly with the public as an adult, and I think the Lord knows my heart, and He's kept me away from certain things because He knows. Like, I could see myself like losing it.
Yeah,
I could see myself losing it.
Now look, remember we were talking about just a couple minutes ago. We were talking about like that Trump clip was like, I don't care what the context is, that shit sound wild.
Yeah.
This shit sound wild.
Okay.
Greens. In fact, people used to ask me to make greens for them for Christmas. One year, I had so many that I had to wash that we ended up washing them in the bathtub. So I am not playing around. So what you got, right, Marlon? So I know how to make a mean pot of greens. In fact, people used to ask me to make greens for them for Christmas.
That's Kamala, right?
Yeah. It's just a weird conversation to have. Oh, I'm black, nigga. I make collard greens. Like,
I'm not comfortable with you washing them out in the tub.
Yeah, that's wild.
Like,
I've heard that. I've seen it on the internet before.
Okay, that's not how I want my greens served to me.
Yeah. The place where the crack of my ass be at.
Yes. How often are you cleaning your tub?
What you clean the tub with? Because them chemicals gonna be in my food. the scrubbing bubbles. I don't want the scrubbing bubbles on my salad.
I use that Ajax powder.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
and if you don't rinse it all out, that grit, no, that's not
greens,
gonna work for me, man.
Greens kind of crunchy. These greens taste like bleach.
It's not gonna work for me, Miss Harris.
Yeah, I don't know, man. It should be the internet with no context is a hilarious place.
But first,
no
of all,
context, Dr. Umar is fucking funny.
It's hilarious. But like, nigga, that's what the internet.
Be quiet.
Who was that rapping?
Some nigga.
I love Philly rappers, but like, nigga, you understand how like clips can be used against you. How a story can be, something happened between you and I,
okay,
that we can talk about off camera for our other venture.
Yeah.
And they directly said something that I was like, oh, they already plotting something.
Really?
But, yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah.
They said I said something?
No.
Oh.
But they gave us scenarios like, oh, this could lead down this road. So we'll talk about it.
Yeah.
We'll talk about it. I thought it was interesting because just how the things were worded, but different conversation, different time.
Yeah. I've been thinking how that could play out.
Me too. and that's just it.
Yeah.
That's just it.
Man, it's been a crazy week though. We ain't really get to this, but do we got time? It's an hour and 35.
We can do whatever we want to. We can do whatever
Yeah.
we want to.
I want to look at this. Then we do that top 100 albums.
No, you didn't send me top 100 albums. You sent me albums
that was
sold. You and Ant talked about like.
But AJ sent it, and we didn't get to it on that Power Hour we did.
So maybe we just say that for the Power Hour. Yeah. You had sent me something about top selling albums recently.
Oh yeah, I do want to talk about that. That's a good one. We'll end on that one. So this week, Eminem's The Death of Slim Shady sold more units this week than the next 15 highest selling rap albums combined. So this week, Eminem with 287,000. Last week, Future and Metro Boomin had 28. Meg Thee Stallion had 26K. Kendrick Lamar, Damn, had 19K.
Crazy.
Don Toliver had 18K. Ken Carson, 18K. I don't know who Ken Carson is, but he did 18K. Gunner, 18K. 17K for Travis Scott. Good Kid, Mad City, 17K. Moneybag Yo, 16K. Drake, 16K. Glorilla, 15K. And Lil Baby, My Turn, 15K. Now, there was two things I wanted to point out. One, niggas is still listening to Eminem. It is what it is. Two, Kendrick Lamar is on the top list for two albums that came out over. Good Kid, Mad City came out in 2012.
Right.
It did 17,000 last week.
Ken Carson is a rapper, by the way.
It sounds like a rap name. And then 19,000 for Kendrick Lamar, Damn. That's a 7-year-old album. Shit is moving out here for Kendrick.
It is. But we probably saw an uptick because of the recent battle too. Like people will go back and revisit your catalog.
It's been a while. Niggas just listen to that album.
It's a good album.
And it take 1,300. Was it 1,100, 1,300?
To count as one
sale.
Yeah.
It's a lot. It's a lot of listens from 2 old albums.
Nigga, but also when you think of like Eminem, that's a lot of motherfuckers still listening.
Now, what's so wild is 287 is the number one. Back in the day, and it's for sales. Niggas used to ship gold, ship platinum.
Yeah.
2 million. But now
game is different.
Game is different. Things are different now. And I'm pretty sure some of those are actual sales. I still buy albums. I buy vinyls. Yeah. I'm paying $45 for a fucking vinyl. I'll buy an album. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Vinyl is a different experience to me, though.
Yeah. I got my record player shit over there. There's certain records though that I got. I'm scared to play them.
I feel you.
I got 2 Good Kid, Mad Cities. I got 2, a couple of them. People looked out and gave me one, or gave me a housewarming gift, and I had one already. I'm like, all right, bet. Now I can play one, because every time you play it, it technically sounds worse than the last time you played it. It wears.
One of my most prized hip hop items is I won a Killer Mike autographed vinyl.
He'll be here next month.
Week. Yeah, next week.
Next week.
Ticket's not that bad. Yeah, he'll be here like the 2nd or the 3rd.
Yeah, I'm gonna fuck with it.
Tickets like now they only standing room.
They were like $50 or some shit.
That's not bad. I might fuck with it too.
I wanna reach out to Killer Mike. Like, fam, can I just come take some pictures, dog?
It's worth a shot.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I just want to come in my camera, take some pictures. You can have all the pictures for free. You know what I'm saying? I want to post them.
Yeah.
But like, you can have the pictures, fam. I just want to take some pictures. I want to be able to. I want to get into. That's what I would like to do. You know what I'm saying? I want to be like at rap concerts and events and taking photos and shit.
Nigga, I'm sure if you poke around a little bit, you could probably make it happen. We might know whoever. We might know a promoter or somebody.
Him a few times that he didn't respond to.
He's definitely responded to some of my tweets.
So,
but one of my most prized possessions is a Killer Mike autographed vinyl. I've never played it, and like it was
getting a vinyl for this joint. Maybe he'll sell them there. I'm pretty sure he's gonna have them on sale.
And it wasn't like he was just autographed like a bunch of shit. Like,
he wrote it to you,
to Dame,
gotcha,
from Killer Mike, and I was like, wow. And I won it through a website, just, you know, leave your email address and and I just happened to be looking at my email like, yo, I saw the name. I was like, that sounded like one of the writers, and I won. So like that shit means so much to a nigga.
Yeah, for sure. Man, that's extremely dope, man.
Yeah. But niggas is buying music and niggas is listening to Kendrick
and Eminem.
I mean, but he just dropped 2.
Yeah.
He just dropped 2. And, you know, you all can have all the revisionist history that you want in the world. Ain't nobody riding around listening to Eminem. Maybe not, but they listening to him in the crib. The numbers tell the tale.
Man, let me think about, maybe Curve sent this to me. And it was I think it was like T3 on Math and them podcasts. Niggas be capping. Let me see if I can find this clip. But niggas really be capping.
I want y'all niggas to stop capping on Big Sean. Like you never enjoyed those records. like I want niggas just to stop. I was there. When Finally Famous dropped, I was there.
Y'all really gotta do. Y'all do gotta stop.
Like, stop dissing that man. I was there. Marvin Gaye and Chardonnay used to turn some shit upside down. Ass would turn some shit upside down.
Like, y'all, I don't know what's wrong with niggas, dog.
I remember when Gone Get You Some debuted on 106 in Park. And Sean wouldn't even sign, but he had Kanye West in the video. I remember that shit. Y'all niggas was excited. Stop fronting on Big Sean. Maybe you don't like some of the new shit now, and that's fine.
His new shit is getting even better.
To me, I like some of the new shit better. Who was the one, the dark
My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy?
No, that was Kanye. But
Dark Sky Paradise.
Yeah, Dark Sky Paradise was good as fuck. Y'all niggas fooling.
Yeah, Dark Sky Paradise is his classic album for sure.
The Detroit mixtape. Don't do Big Sean like that.
Oh, this is insane. Eminem is the GOAT. When he first dropped, everybody was listening. So I'm not buying that hood ain't bumping Eminem narrative. That's T3 from Slum Village. Nigga, everybody was fucking listening to Eminem. Stop the cap.
Nigga.
He got signed by Dr. Dre, my nigga.
I remember having Eminem promo shit when I was like in 11th, 12th grade, because that's how when my name is dropped, I remember like Fat Ray stopping me in the hallway, like, hey, you remember that white guy from the hip hop shop?
Yeah.
Like he got a record on MTV.
Now, to be 100% open and honest, it's not lost on me that in recent years, I had some negative shit to say about the current version of M.
Because some of them albums just wasn't good.
Yeah, but like as I sit back and reflect, and like I see how much disrespect is coming his way, like I'm talking out of love, cause I still love the nigga. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Like them first three is classic, goated forever. But like I don't like the level of disrespect he been getting. Like he wasn't one of them ones. And once you was one of them ones, you're always one of them ones. And like, just stop it. I don't like it.
I got a list.
I apologize to him if that's the case.
Here's the order of my list that it's in.
It goes Reggie,
Jay-Z,
Jay-Z,
Tupac, and Biggie.
Andre
And
from
from
Outkast,
Outkast,
Jada
Jada
Corrupt,
Corrupt, Nas, then
me. When I'm not put on this list, this shit does not offend me. You know what I'm saying? Come on, dog.
I don't know what to tell you.
Now,
niggas.
M don't rap that way no more.
He doesn't.
You know, he does this, like he raps in cursive now. Like he's like whiny. Joe Budden do that shit too. He don't rap no more in general, but like he stopped like rapping with individual words and started like making long sentences and shit. I can't explain what I'm saying, but if you hear what I hear,
and even like niggas talk about Joe, like, oh, he could never rap. Like the mood musics.
Now listen, this is crazy, but this is how I feel. Joe is the most overrated, underrated rapper. Because niggas talk about this nigga like he was fucking God. And he talks about himself like he was like, yes, nigga, you can rap. You was always cold.
Right.
But like the legend of your rapping ability does not stand up to the actual records.
I can agree with that.
You feel me?
I can agree with
that. That don't mean I didn't fuck with Joe, because I did. But like
there was pockets of greatness.
Yeah.
And then there was a lot of cloudy bullshit.
Yeah.
Because he was all for the antics as an MC also. Label politics, beefing with niggas. He's the reason we never got a third Slaughterhouse album.
Yeah.
So
he nigga breaks every contract he's ever signed.
Well, he breaks everything he touches.
Yeah.
From Def Jam, all like throughout his whole career.
Nah.
You talk about me being a fairly disagreeable nigga. Yeah, we in the same family.
Oh, that's a disagreeable nigga for sure.
Absolutely.
Now, that being said, the nigga can still, well, I don't know if he can still rap, but the nigga used to rap. But like, I be hearing niggas be like, kind of ODing, like, nigga, I was outside. The mood music, like the first one, like the 7-minute joint, Dumb Out, was cold.
Yeah.
Like I heard the mixtapes and everything like that, but like that was 15 years. That was 20 years ago.
And 50 Cent, Jay-Z, Freeway, Rockefeller. There's a lot of niggas dropping.
Nigga, the Joe freestyle when he went up to I want to say Sway. What's Sirius Satellite and Styles P was in the room. He just came in like, nigga, I'm just here to rap.
That was like the beginning of the podcast when radio shows are kind of turning podcastic.
Yeah, he like, look, nigga, I ain't here to do the talking and shit. I'm gonna rap and get the fuck out
over
of here.
Over that Onyx Last Days.
Yeah, the nigga could rap.
Yeah,
you feel me? But sometimes I be hearing niggas talking and looking at them comments like, all right.
Joseph was never the second coming.
Like, all right.
But I ain't gonna lie, man. When Slaughterhouse formed, and shout out to my homeboy, my other homie Jay, because he about to have a baby real soon too. My niece is on the way. I've named her Kobe, is what I want him to name her. But you know, I ain't got a dog in the race. But I remember
you don't have a dog in this race.
No, I just love my homeboy and his wife. But I remember when Slaughterhouse formed, I remember calling this nigga. I said,
Slaughterhouse formed with Nino Bless.
They did.
And they was like, you're not in the group.
He was just on the song. We just gonna let you rock on this song.
On his joint too.
Yeah, we just gonna let you rock on this song.
That nigga made a song called Slaughterhouse, had all them, and then they was like, we like this name.
Without
we like each other. All right, nigga, we out.
Yeah. But I remember when them niggas formed, and I remember they was like doing concerts before they had like songs, and I was like, they're gonna be the greatest 4-man group ever in the history of hip hop. Because Joseph Budden.
No, you know why they didn't work out?
Nobody cares. Niggas care about that lyrical miracle.
Yeah.
Nobody else does.
But listen, you had 4 different fan bases of lyrical miracle niggas, right? Mm-hmm. Everybody who fuck with Joel, Crook, Royce, and like if y'all would have came together, all the lyrical niggas would have bought your shit, but y'all niggas try to make party songs and shit like that. Nobody listen to you niggas for party songs.
It was the times. You got to make a
No, that
make a
was
club banger.
That was that Shady Record shit. Like, nigga, this is Eminem and Paul Rosenberg. Like, no, we got to have this is our house and all that. Like, y'all banking on the business side. Like, nigga, we put that shit on Eminem and we'll sell this shit to Eminem fans. Y'all should have just dropped raps, nigga.
Yeah.
How niggas was falling out for Griselda.
That could have.
This was you have 4 different. Every time Royce drop, he'll do 250.
Yeah.
You feel me? And all y'all will do 100, 200, whatever. Nigga, that go your million right there. But like y'all,
Slaughterhouse crawled so Griselda could run.
What them niggas at now?
Griselda?
Yeah. Why is it slow for Benny? It's quiet for Benny.
Because that last album just came and went.
It's crazy. The Def Jam joint.
It just came and went. It wasn't that good.
And
I don't want to say it. It wasn't that good.
I saw a bunch of his fans was like, yeah, we don't like what that last shit he put out.
It wasn't good. It just wasn't.
When you drop something, and then when you drop something, you on a major, like you can't just hurry up and drop something else to get over it.
And he was on a hella press run for it. He was everywhere. That Big Dog song with Lil Wayne. He had that Brian song. And the shit just nobody cared. But as much as I love street rap, I understand that it's like mainstream world does not love drug talk.
Well, no,
they don't make the
they do love drug talk because Future is still out. However, they like up tempo drug talk. And I like, yeah, they like up tempo and they want melodies because they not really listening to words and shit. Niggas just out here.
I've seen Future in concert 3 times, and I cannot play back the experience. All I remember is this nigga was on a black and white screen, and I came out of this bitch sweaty as fuck all 3 times.
Yeah, that's crazy.
It was like being.
He about to come here recently. Niggas asked like, y'all want to get a fucking the suite for the Future concert? Like, nigga, that's $10,000. Fuck out. What I look like? No, I don't want to go,
nigga. All I can say is that Future shit was like nigga being in a trance.
I bet
it was the close.
I bet.
Like, if you go to hell, I'm sure that's how it start off before you get to the game.
I bet your Future be there. It's like, no, that's fucked up.
Percocet, Molly Percocet. Like, nigga, I just remember just like shaking and gyrating.
He gonna get down there, he gonna be like, whatever he said on that fucking song.
But I love that shit. I saw that nigga 3 times in 1 year.
You want to be Future?
Huh?
You want to be Future?
Not well. We are a lot alike. We're both single fathers just looking for love.
So, Chuck said this shit? Detroit Charlie years. He like niggas' favorite rapper be people they see themselves as or somebody they aspire to be. And I never forgot that shit. And because that really do be it.
He's not my favorite rapper, but I do enjoy his music.
Like, so when niggas have the Jay-Z versus Nas debate, it's usually a nigga that's more like Nas to say Nas and a nigga who more like Jay-Z to say Jay-Z. Like, if you like the flashy, not saying that you don't think both of them are dope, but like your quote unquote favorites be like, if you're more of an introspective nigga, then you like the more introspective nigga. Like, if I'm a Kendrick nigga, or if you're a Drake nigga, like you seem more like a Drake nigga to me too. Like, you either aspire to be that lifestyle, you wish you could, or that's who I am.
I just feel like Future lives a very empty lifestyle at the end of the day.
Could be.
Because like
shit could be lit. Who knows?
Like, as a nigga who was a womanizer and you know was.
But can you, like, if everybody that you come in contact with, of course they're gonna be groupies, but some of them gonna love you. They don't really know you, but they love you, would do anything for you. Could you ever feel alone when you got somebody who like basically wants to do anything for you?
Yes, because that love is hollow. There's no substance behind that. It's not real. It's hollow. That love is for their gratification, not for yours.
All you gotta do is tap in with it, and then it won't be hollow. That side already there. You just gotta decide to be happy too.
But that's not how love works.
Love is a choice. It's an action, not a feeling.
Love is an action. But like, if a woman walked knocked on the door right now. It's like, Jason, I do everything I want you to
How
do.
she look?
She's beautiful.
We can start. Like, so
but she's already in love.
Okay.
Right now. She's in love.
But
you have no feelings for this woman.
Well,
she's
like,
a stranger to you.
All strangers, before you fell in love with somebody that was a stranger. And there has to be an attraction first. Oh, let me get to know this person.
You've never seen her.
Yeah, but you said she's beautiful, right?
Yes.
Well, okay, well, clearly there's going to be an attraction. Now let me get to know you. You already love me. You feel me? So every time I make a joke, you're going to be like, oh, that shit going to be funny as fuck to you. But like
Jason, I've studied all your favorite foods. I know that you want strawberry pancakes for breakfast.
No, don't put no strawberries on pancakes.
I'm just saying, nigga.
Like that shit look good. Like I love food that food look good with fruit and shit on there, but like I don't want that shit on my food when it's time to eat though.
I do want some strawberries on my waffle, on my Belgian waffle.
That shit look good as fuck, man.
No, I want it.
Yeah.
I want it.
When I put that syrup on it, I don't want the syrup on my strawberry.
I do.
Yeah. And like I done had some, they put in the whipped cream and all of this shit or whatever the fuck. That shit look good, but like get that shit off and put my syrup on there. I just need the syrup.
I would like syrup and strawberries off of a brown skinned woman also.
I mean, that's it. I eat twice. You feel me?
Yeah, I would like that too.
Anywho, man, you got a music pick, dog?
I do got a music pick this week. My music pick this week is and it's hard for me to support this nigga a little bit, but the music is good. Vezzo and Baby Money redid the 50 Cent song Underdogs. And that's my music pick of the week.
I don't remember 50 Cent Underdogs.
Okay, well, do your Googles.
It's good. Like
do the knowledge.
Do the knowledge, nigga.
Yeah, I just remember that. I remember that being a 50 Cent song.
What's the beat?
And he recently came out and endorsed these niggas.
What's the beat? I can't. Well, he can't.
They redid it over Hate It or Love It. They used the Hate It or Love It beat rather.
Oh, okay. Because I'm like, all right, now I know Hate It or Love It. I'm like, what the fuck is what song did you say?
The name of the song is Underdogs, and maybe I should have worded that a little bit differently.
They did the song Underdogs, but it was over the Hate It or Love It. Oh, I'm thinking like, what? I don't remember a 50 Cent song called Underdogs, but Underdogs.
Yeah, I should have worded that. Yeah. I worded it deceptively. Yeah. I did the Trump on
it. You made greens, nigga?
I did the Trump on it. But that's my music pick of the week. Vezzo, Baby Money, Underdogs. I don't like these rappers. I don't like you rap niggas outwardly supporting Trump the way that y'all doing that shit. Waka Flocka kicking niggas out his show. Like, if you support Biden, get the fuck out.
I'm okay with that too, though. Because I don't like either one of these niggas.
Waka Flocka or Biden?
No, Biden or Trump. Both them niggas evil. And they got their own evil. And the thing that I be frustrated with is because we'll recognize one evil and act like the other don't exist, and you'll prop it up. So when I see you propping up evil. You feel me? And that's why you attack one. It seemed like, why you always attacking Biden or this or that? It's like, no, like it's evil both ways, but you can't prop up one evil. Like God don't look at you like you a good person because you propped up one evil. Like you can't support evil in general, right?
I feel you.
So when it's time to take it there, but we looking at the pearly gates, or you looking at the history of your life and what you support. Where do I stand on certain things, and where did you stand? You put your support behind a motherfucker who gonna put money behind bombing and ethnically cleansing a whole area.
All our sins are weighed equally, but I feel like my sins weigh a little bit less than your sins.
How you
because I'm not sinning like you.
How you pro-Palestine and pro-Democrat in this country, and they the ones literally funding them? Kamala Harris get up there talking about Israel has the right to defend itself. Nigga, since October, y'all been bombing them niggas for 10 months, dog. It ain't defense. Y'all been bombing this 5-mile strip, the Gaza Strip, for 10 months. It's not equal. It's not defense. Like, this shit is a genocide. You're literally ethnically cleansing an entire group of people nonstop. And we putting money up. And when you start running your campaign, one of the first 3 things you do, we're going to take your guns. We're going to keep funding Israel. And let me go sit with RuPaul and them. Like, them the first things that you did. Your first 2.5 days.
Nigga, I saw a dead baby on my timeline today on Twitter.
That's crazy to me. And it's not because you a black woman or whatever. You own a team that supports war. We got 3 different proxy wars going on right now. We act like we not beefing with Russia. We are funding Russia, the Russian war. Like, we got a lot of shit going on right now. And how can you be pro one thing and not the, like, it's crazy to me. Now,
that's how politics works.
Trump talking about, I'm trying to give niggas qualified immunity for police officers after that shit with Sonia Massey.
Yeah.
Cause that's my who bands is this. Like someone calls the police because their car done got busted. She hears something going on outside. Y'all come there and you shoot that woman in the face.
I couldn't even bring myself to watch that video.
That woman was not no threat to you. Cause I wasn't about to get burnt with no boiling hot water. I'll shoot you. That woman had her hands up like, she was no threat to you at all. And this motherfucker talking about, we're going to bring the police back and give them more qualified immunity. I can't support that. Just like I can't support a motherfucker that say we're going to take your guns. I can't support a motherfucker that's going to say we're going to give the police carte blanche to do whatever the fuck they want to do. It's not happening either way.
That's what the fuck they going to do.
I can't do it, dog. No, what? Now I've been hearing the conspiracies about the cop. I don't know. It's a lot of shit going on.
Allegedly, her last words is, I rebuke you in the name of Jesus.
Yeah.
That's how she died.
I rebuke you in the name of Jesus. Then he pointed her gun and she put her hands up like this. It's a good 15 feet away. Wasn't nothing wrong with that woman. Then he walk outside talking about, bitch is crazy. Bitch. And guess this the telling part from the body cam footage. None of the other officers would look at the nigga. Every time he walked up, somebody turned their head. They looking around.
You on your own on this.
Everybody know you was wrong, my nigga. God, he's indicted the whole 9 yards. We'll see what happens of it. But like, nobody was like, yeah, you did it. Nobody. Everybody was like, nigga, you fucking crazy. What the fuck is you doing?
You fucked up. You
really you murdered somebody in cold blood for no reason. She called for help. You came and killed her.
I rebuke you in the name of Jesus.
That's insane, dog. That's insane. Now, is this Trump? Is this the nigga that you want to get qualified immunity to?
Yeah.
You feel me? Whose man's is this, dog? That's fucking insane, dog. That's fucking insane, dog. I can't stand by it. I'm not supporting no fucking evil, and you can't trick me into supporting evil. Period. If you want to say, yo, if you didn't vote, that means you cannot trick me into putting my faith and my beliefs behind something that's evil in my eyes. You figure that shit out with the person you pray to, but I'm not doing it. I'm not fucking doing it. Let me start this benediction music, dog.
That's it.
Yep.
That's the show. I'm not going to hear it because you got headphones on.
Yeah, it's playing though.
All right. Well, look, it's your man Dame, 3_313 on Instagram and on TikTok. Wild Dame 313 on the Elon Musk. Just follow us. Continue to fuck with us. Continue to support the pod. Power Hour. We're going to drop that sometime. We're going to do one sometime next week. We ain't talked to the fellas yet, but I'm putting you niggas on notice. Twins. I want Deacon Summerall there. Because he claimed he retired, but we need you. In order to form Voltron, Marcus, we need you. So
5 pieces, my nigga.
Yeah, so figure it out. And that's it, man. It's still the blue and the black wherever the fuck we at.
Yeah, you feel me? We did a little bit something different with the streams this week. We still got the blue and the black, black house, blue lights. You feel me?
Yeah.
When you see the blue and the black, you know where you at. Shop Talk Podcast. I'm not saying we the Rockefeller podcast, but we are Jay and Dane.